This is West Point. And here is Cadet Bill Carpenter, Army captain and All-America end on our 1959 team. The 70th All-America in college football's oldest tradition. This is a cross-section of Bill's senior civil engineering class. He's an excellent student. Captain J.L. Kelly lends a guiding hand whenever a problem becomes too difficult. A top-ranking man in military aptitude, Carpenter holds the rank of color corporal at the academy. Lonely End Carpenter's roommate and buddy is Don Usry, the other starting end on the Army squad. Don is often referred to as the sociable end because, unlike Bill, he does enter the huddle. Like Carpenter, Don is a senior and also a great pass catcher. That's Bill, flank left against Villanova. From this formation, any number of key offensive maneuvers may develop. Retired Colonel Earl Red Blake conceived the Lonely End offense to take advantage of Carpenter's fine pass catching and blocking talents. Carpenter set a new all-time Army record for passes caught in a season this year, and he's one of the nation's best. In the Boston College game, Bill caught 9 passes for 141 yards and Bill Carpenter stands 6'2" and weighs 210 pounds. He makes his home in Springfield, Pennsylvania. Once more. Ever alert, Bill falls on teammate Don Bonco's fumble against Colorado State, and it's good for 6 points. A real All-America play. On defense, Carpenter has no peer. Watch him, big number 87, rack up a Penn State back for a 5-yard loss. He played one of his best games defensively against the arch-rival Air Force Academy. Once more, All-America Bill halts a Falcon advance. Although faced with a succession of injuries throughout his career, Bill Carpenter has licked all obstacles. A fierce tackler, opposing backs think twice before coming his way. The Corps of Cadets, 2,500 strong, as well as the entire nation, salute Captain Bill Carpenter. His coach, Dale Hall, adds his congratulations. We've seen All-American Bill Carpenter in action. Now let's see how the All-America team is picked. Throughout the season, coaches like Bud Wilkinson of Oklahoma studied their game movies, checked and rechecked the performance of their players on every play. Based on these exclusive game movie studies, more than 500 members of the Coaches Association cast their votes for the 1959 All-America. Voting supervised and evaluated by the All-America Board of Famous Coaches, including Len Casanova of Oregon, Jack Curtis, Stanford, Jess Neely, Rice, Bud Wilkinson, Oklahoma, Duffy Daugherty, Michigan State, Jordan Oliver, Yale, Rip Engel, Penn State, Bill Murray, Duke, Bobby Dodd, Georgia Tech, and the president of the Football Coaches Association, Wally Butts of Georgia. Announced in leading newspapers coast to coast, the All-America team is released exclusively by United Press International. The annual All-America team selections are sponsored by General Mills as a public service, and the All-America players make their network television debut exclusively on the Ed Sullivan Show. At Palo Alto, California, our All-America left end Chris Burford of Stanford University presents a picture of domestic tranquility as he enjoys the off hours with his pretty wife Faye and his cheery 16-month-old daughter Zoe. But as captain-elect of the Stanford Indians, number 88, Chris Burford, asks no quarter in 4 fierce quarters of gridiron warfare. In 1958, this tree-topping 6'3" senior paced the Pacific Coast Conference in pass receptions with 45. Beautifully coordinated, Burford possesses size, agility, and a fine set of hands. Number 88 is surefire when it comes to snatching passes, and his coach, Cactus Jack Curtis, classifies Chris as one of the most solid players he has ever seen in collegiate football. Burford's talents are not only pass receiving. Chris is deft in the secondary, and should an enemy aerial slip through, you can count on number 88 for the tackle. Operating at right end here, Chris Burford is a 60-minute man for the Indians. One doesn't wonder why. as number 88 throws a key block and leaves the flank clear for his teammate to rack up a long gainer. Double-teamed and at times triple-teamed, Burford carries the defense with him while leaving other receivers free. Here's Chris, number 88, forming a line of interference and throwing a sensational block that springs his teammate free for a touchdown. Two of Chris's best games this year came against USC in Wisconsin. The evidence is here why Stanford's great 200-pound Chris Burford is our All-America end. The Badgers of Wisconsin, one of the top teams in the country, give us our All-America left tackle, Dan Lanphier. Lanphier, number 73, a big, strong, rugged boy, has anchored the Badger line for 3 seasons, making as many as 17 tackles in a single game. Against Iowa, Dynamite Dan explodes through blockers and KOs a Hawkeye field goal attempt. The Badgers recover the loose pigskin and credit Danny with a dandy play that saves 3 points. When it comes to pushing his weight around, Dan doesn't take a back seat to anyone. Watch number 73 wedge the defense, enabling the runner to race away on a 46-yard gallop. Yes, defense is Danny's delight. Lanphier, number 73, wraps his paws around the carrier and forces him to fumble, and the Badgers recover to blot out another Hawkeye goalward march. Against the Buckeyes of Ohio State, Dan Lanphier rated the honor of the finest single-game performance by a Big Ten lineman in 1959. Lanphier ran head-on into Ohio State's bruising fullback, Bob White. Danny hit Bob so hard that White blacked out and had to retire for the day. Danny's father, the publicity director at Wisconsin, had a field day describing his son's play against Ohio State. Lanphier blocks a punt that results in 2 points for the Badgers. A standout for left tackle honors is Wisconsin's All-America, Dan Lanphier. We swing to the southwest and Texas Christian University for our other All-America tackle. Texans, proud of their distinction of producing standout linemen over the years, call Don Floyd among the greatest, and we have to agree with them. A senior and physical education major, Floyd, who calls Midlothian, Texas home, is all concentration in the classroom. The same holds true on the practice turf, where the 220-pound Horned Frog captain is a glutton for condition. Quote his coach Abe Martin here, Don's the finest lineman we've ever had at TCU. And listen to this strong statement, Don never makes a mistake. 6'3", 21-year-old Don Floyd made All-Southwest Conference in 1958. And last season, Floyd averaged 10 tackles per contest. This year, he's keeping pace with that mark. In a night game, the TCU Horned Frogs bumped heads with the Baylor Bears in a bruising battle, and Floyd was at his best. A Baylor back breaks free, but number 75, Don Floyd, gives second effort and helps a teammate bag this bear before he can go cause another more damage. The word desire and Floyd are synonymous. Watch as Floyd, number 75, spins off the block and proceeds to snafu the ball carrier. When Coach Abe Martin said that Floyd never makes a mistake, he was thinking about plays like this one. Don, number 75, carries out his assignment by knocking his opponent to the gridiron with a gorgeous block. The man who puts the hop in the Horned Frog attack is Texas Christian's Don Floyd, our All-America tackle. Auburn, a gridiron powerhouse, rarely defeated in the last 3 seasons, has won half its battles on defense. And number 61, guard Roger Dwayne Smith, better known as Zeke, has been the anchor of the Tigers' rock rib defensive fortification. The world champion Baltimore Colts thought so highly of Zeke that they made him their number 3 choice in last year's collegiate draft. Smith carries 220 pounds easily and is surprisingly quick. Downfield fast, he stops the ball carrier. Auburn on offense. The frozen frame highlights Smith as he takes out his man, and the Tigers are 20 yards better off thanks to the blocking of Zeke Smith. Auburn in dark jerseys now. Watch number 61 Smith, the left guard, charge low and hard to drive the defense back. In 1958, the Outland Trophy Award, presented to the nation's best interior collegiate lineman, was won by Zeke Smith. His block makes possible another long advance for Auburn. Here's Zeke making a key tackle against arch-rival Georgia Tech. Big number 61 is simply outstanding. Auburn Zeke Smith, definitely All-America, and then some at left guard. Syracuse, New York, home of the East's #1 collegiate gridiron powerhouse, is also the bailiwick of All-America guard Roger Davis. The undefeated Orangemen have been jumping with joy all season long, and their rugged line, known as the Sizable 7, features number 69, Roger Davis. The arrow points to Davis, who provides plenty of protection for his passer. Shaken up in the Pittsburgh-Syracuse game, the 228-pound Davis begged to go back into the battle. When Coach Ben Schwartzwalder relented, Pitt never saw the end of number 69, Roger Davis. Rushing the passer is a Davis specialty, and there's Roger the Lodger putting a big crimp in the Panther drive. Like Dick Tracy, Roger Davis always gets his man, and once again a Pitt back is pinned to the muddy turf. In the showdown battle against Penn State, Roger was magnificent. Davis trips the rusher and holds him to no gain. On passing plays, Davis backpedaled in the secondary and proved a valuable asset. The Penn State receiver is nabbed, but it takes number 69 to finish the job. Pigskin partisans the country over have agreed for the coach's selection of Syracuse's Roger Davis, All-America guard. The mightiest sting in the Southeast comes from our All-America center, Maxie Baughan, a rough, tough yellow jacket from Georgia Tech. Watch Maxie number 55 turn aside a blocker and deal the runner a crushing blow. Captain of the Rambling Wreck, Baughan at 218 pounds, is a scholar of the tear-em-up school. A 21-year-old senior, Baughan number 55, plugs up more holes than a dentist. Maxie mauls another ball carrier on a bone-rattling tackle. Here's another example of a 6-foot 1-inch linebacker turning the tide in favor of the Yellow Jackets as he causes a fumble. All season long, Georgia Tech's Maxie Baughan made sensational plays like this, and his reward is the coach's rating as All-America center. From the campus of Northwestern University comes All-America halfback Ron Burton, whose broad shoulders and power-packed legs helped propel the Wildcats to national pigskin prominence in 1959. As a member of the First Methodist Church of Evanston, Illinois, Ron's baritone voice is a prized possession of the congregation choir. As a member of the Northwestern football team, Ron's 198-pound frame is a prized possession of Coach Ara Parsegian. To learn why Burton is billed as the bulwark of the Wildcat attack, let's watch him cut loose on one of the most spectacular plays of the season. It's a 67-yard scoring scamper against the rugged Wisconsin Badgers. A senior from Springfield, Ohio, Burton won't be back next year, but you can bet he'll be missed as well as remembered. Northwestern opened its season against Oklahoma, and Burton opened his bid for All-America laurels by stunning the Sooners with runs like this. Watch Burton the blocker as number 22 bowls over the linebacker to clear the way for a Wildcat touchdown play. When star quarterback Dick Thornton was injured early in the year, many experts felt Northwestern would fold. Not so, and Ron Burton was the clutch performer in the winning ways of the Wildcats. Playing against the Titans of the Big Ten week in and week out has to take its toll on a player, but Ron Burton came up with a sensational performance in Northwestern's classic battle with Wisconsin. Burton has the finesse to fool the defense, the speed to outrun it, and when necessary, the brute power to overwhelm it. Bring up 6 more for the Wildcats. As slippery as a card shark, as elusive as an eel, Ron Burton is at his best as a broken field runner. Ara Parsegian describes Burton as having every requirement a coach could want in a player. A picture is worth 1,000 words, and these pictures bear out the coach's selection of Northwestern's Ron Burton as All-America halfback. Billy Cannon of Louisiana State University, one of the nation's outstanding athletes, mans one of the halfback posts. Voted the nation's best football player a year ago, Billy is also an excellent student and is very popular with his classmates. A pre-dental student, Bill is a hometown product from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He is intelligent and jovial and is probably one of the most respected students on the campus. A physical phenomenon, standing 6'1" and weighing 208, the dynamic Billy bursts over right tackle against Tennessee and romps 26 yards to a vital touchdown. Cannon holds the LSU record for yards gained rushing with close to 2,000. Watch one of the triple threat talents of Cannon as he exhibits another phase of his all-around ability, pass catching. This one's good for 14 yards and a key LSU first down. Bill hurls the 16-pound shot 54 feet and was a 9-4 man in the 100-yard dash in high school. To be All-America, you must be sound in every aspect of the game. And Billy Cannon is just that. He pilfers a Baylor pass, and it's goodbye forever. 50 yards and a Louisiana State touchdown. We salute Billy Cannon of Louisiana State as an All-America performer in every way. At Oxford, Mississippi, the Rebels of Ole Miss rally round the flag in support of their All-America fullback, Charlie Flowers. Ole Miss opponents are fast to find that the only way to stop Flowers is by gang tackling. With the end zone in sight, Charlie is as good as money in the bank. It's touchdown, Ole Miss. Mississippi is justly proud of Miss America and Mr. All-America, fullback Charlie Flowers. Thundering out of the mountains of western Pennsylvania, the robust roar of Penn State's Nittany Lion has made itself heard from coast to coast. Heralding this savage call has been our All-America signal caller, Richie Lucas. Richie, a senior, majoring in accounting, finds time for a pre-practice date with state's homecoming queen, Mary Ann Kill. At 6'1" and 185 pounds, Lucas is all man. At 5'2", with eyes of blue, Mary Ann is all right. The rewards of gridiron greatness are many indeed, and certainly the privilege of squiring the homecoming queen rates high with Richie. But football is Richie's first love. His coach, Rip Engel, is first to laud Lucas for his legendary deeds of daring do. Nicknamed Riverboat Richie by his teammates for his gambling coolness under fire, Lucas, number 33, excels when lugging the leather on his favorite roll-out run. Against top-rated Syracuse, Richie gave the famous sizable 7 a real run for its money. Even in defeat, Lucas performed so well that Syracuse coach Ben Schwartzwalder named him the best quarterback he's faced this year. Lucas is no clean-pan signal caller, for defense is his forte. Richie's open field tackling is fast, firm, and final. After losing to Penn State, Army's coach Dale Hall said, Lucas beat us on defense. Here's how he did it. Ouch! Is there a chiropractor on the premises? This is an era of airborne football, and Richie's passing prowess need take second billing to none. Not a spectacular long thrower, Lucas prefers to pick the defense apart with short precision passes, and these add up to points. Lucas earned All-America honors over the likes of Don Meredith of SMU, Stanford's Dick Norman, Rich Mayo of the Air Force, and Iowa's Olin Treadway. To do this, he had to be good. Rip Engel calls Richie the finest player he's ever coached. Says Rip, I've had better passers, runners, putters, and tacklers, but none could do all these things as well as Richie Lucas. Yes, the legend of Riverboat Richie will live long in the lore of the Lions Gridiron Archives. You're seeing the fierce determination and all-around ability that made Richie Lucas an All-America. To find out how the boy reacts to this honor, let's listen as Rip Engel interviews Richie.
Well, thank you, Gene. It's a great pleasure to be here and represent our wonderful university and to have with us our All-American quarterback, a wonderful boy, a boy I'd like you to meet at this time, Richie Lucas. Richie, how does it feel to be an All-American?
Well, Rip, it's a thought that never entered into my mind. I just can't put into words how I feel.
Well, that's the type boy he is, a real modest boy, and we're just awfully happy in behalf of the university and everybody else that this boy has been your selection. Well, Richie, just what does university and what does college mean to you in college football? Is there anything about it that has stood out for you?
Well, college, Rip, without college football, I wouldn't have gone to college. It's an education to me, and it's something that I like to do. I enjoyed playing football in college, and I enjoyed the college life. It's more than just an education. It's learning a new life. It's learning a life that will be a benefit to you throughout life.
Well, I know it's been a great experience, and it's been a great experience for us to have you. And now let's take a look at the other All-Americans, the other fellows that have made this football team.
Bill Carpenter, Army. Don Floyd, TCU. Roger Davis, Syracuse. Chris Burford, Stanford. Dan Lanphier, Wisconsin. Zeke Smith, Auburn. Maxie Baughan, Georgia Tech. Richie Lucas, Penn State. Billy Cannon, LSU. Ron Burton, Northwestern. Charlie Flowers, Mississippi. There they are, your 1959 All-America.